Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today we're going to make a super cute card with a candy cane that swings back and forth, that is going to have this cute little bear riding on top of it. And there's actually two things that cause this to be magic. One is the die. It's from the Candy Cane Swing die set. It is part of the club kits from Spellbinders. It's actually part of the club crate, so it's one of the bonus dies. And it has a special die in here for our candy cane swing that has a hole right here. So that's one piece of the magic. So if you ever find any of your dies or die cuts have about I think it's about a 1/4 inch circle in a section, it's basically designed so that you can put a piece there, you can put a foam dot or something there and swing it back and forth. But we're going to take it a step further and make it easier and make it so that it doesn't get stuck, like foam can sometimes do, because we're going to be using the PearBlossom Press Snap and Spin. These little guys are fabulous for putting on your slider cards, spinner cards, and it makes it so that the mechanism can spin. This is going to take the place of that little foam circle that we would have used in the past, which means you won't have the problem of your mechanism getting stuck on the sticky part of the foam. It's one of the things I love about this, and it is so easy to use. And for our swing, I do want to go ahead and go over this. I cut this out actually 4 times because I want this to be nice and strong. We know that this is going to get played with. And if it's going to get played with, I want to make sure that that piece of cardstock is strong. So I'm using heavyweight cardstock, and I'm doing 4 layers of it. And I'm just going to layer these up and glue them all together. I'm just using some liquid glue. I've got some Barely Arts glue in my glue bottle here. So that's what I'm using. I'm just layering these up. So you can see that is a little thick. So this one, I have no doubt, will not be doing it's not going to give me any problems with movement or bending or anything like that. So that is going to be fabulous. I also cut out of some glitter cardstock our stripes, and there's an extra piece to go up at the top. And I've got all the other pieces that I cut out from this die set. I want to go ahead and do the background though, because I'm going to add some paste to it, and it needs a little bit of time to dry. So let me get some of this stuff out of the way. So we're going to be using the stencil of the month for July 2026, which is called Holiday Harmony. And what it does is it creates this lovely background. I love this. This time I'm going to just use a couple of reds. I'm going to use some Red Flag and some Prom Queen, and I'm going to go very light in the back to make sure that I'm going to use light pressure, so I want to make sure that it's nice and soft. And we're going to be lining all of these up. Now you do want to make sure, do I have this upside down? And you do want to make sure that you have your stencils in the right order and in the right orientations. I'm going to go this way. We're going to have the etching on top, and you need to make sure you can see the number in the right direction. So the number is going to be either up at the top or at the bottom on the left hand side for this specific stencil set. The reason I'm telling you is because I messed it up last time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just start putting these down. Now, which order these go in doesn't really matter. This one, it's got all the detail. I'm going to put it on last because I'm going to add a little bit of glitter paste to it because that's so pretty. So I'm just going to line this up. There is an etch mark at the bottom. You can see that little L, that little corner. I'm going to lay that down at the bottom so it lines up. Make sure everything lines up. I'm going to start off with our Red Flag, tapping some of it off to the side to make it so it's a little bit softer and not quite so pigmented on my brush. Then I'm going to go in nice and soft. You can go as heavy-handed as you want, and this is gorgeous when you do it full strength. I'm going for a softer look this time though. So I'm just going to do this with all of my stencils. I'm going to be doing the same thing. So let's go ahead and add this pretty Red Flag down. You also, if it's a brand new ink pad like my Red Flag is, you will want to tap it off a lot because otherwise you're liable to get a lot of extra ink down that you didn't really mean to. So that's just a quick tip from me. So now when I lift that off, we've got some light bubbles going on. Okay, I'm going to bring in the next one and do the same thing, lining it up with that corner down at the bottom. There we go. And then I'm going to go switch over to Prom Queen. Now I'm not cleaning my brush in between or anything. I'm letting it mix. So we're going to have a slightly bluer, pinker tint when we use the Prom Queen, and we're going to have a little more of a brighter red when we use the red flag. But they're going to work really good mixing together. Also, make sure that you press your stencil down into your mat if you're using one. Otherwise, it's going to move. There we go. Super, super easy. And I think this one's a little bit crooked, but it's still going to look fine in the end. We're going to go ahead and do the next one. Do the same thing, lining everything up.
Let's get crafty. Come on in. Create something fun. Let the magic begin. Paper, color, glue, and dreams. Turn your ideas into beautiful things.
You could leave it like this, but I decided I want to do one more layer, and this is going to be using the detail. So I'm going to line that one up, and each of the pieces should come into one of those ornaments. Okay, I'm going to say that this is going to be close enough, pressing that down. And now I'm going to bring in some glitter paste. So I'm going to be using the Astro paste in Unicorn Horn, which has got a slightly blue tint to it. This one I'm just going to put right over the top using my Simon Hurley stencil tools. I'm going to put a fairly thin layer, and that's going to make it so this dries pretty quickly. So it should be dry about the time that we finish putting everything else together. I've got two of the tools. They come in a set, and so this one's going to spread everything out for me. Okay, almost there. Add a little bit more to that one, and it looks like we are pretty much done. And there's really not any, this time around anyway, not really anything for me to add back into the jar. One caveat when you're using pastes like this over inks, it is possible to pick up some of that ink color in the paste. So if you're putting it back in the jar, just know you may wind up with that extra color in there too. I do it sometimes depending on what I'm using because it doesn't really bother me, and I kind of like that look of having a little bit of a tint. Okay, so these guys are cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and lift this off. There we go. All of our baubles have got a little decoration on it. I'm going to set this to the side to dry and clean my stencils. So while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the rest of my swing and my bow. Starting off with the bow. Now the reason for that is I wanted glitter, so I cut this all out of some glitter cardstock, and glitter doesn't really like to adhere to, it doesn't like to have anything adhering to it. So I'm going to layer each piece up, and it is glitter on glitter, and then I'm going to put my acrylic block over the top to help it basically start to hold on.
Come on in, create something fun, let the magic begin. Paper, color, glue, and dreams. Turn your ideas into...
Okay, now I'm going to just glue our red stripes to our candy cane. Okay, so our swing is done. Okay, so how the snap and spin works. We've got two pieces. We've got one that's basically got, it's kind of like a snap, like a closed snap. One of them's got the snap part that's out, and then we've got the female connector here. So we're going to basically put this with the hole around one of the pieces, and then we snap the other one on top. Now you can do that before you put it on your card. You can put it on, do it after you put it on your card. Either way, it's still going to have that fun mechanism. So I think that's going to be super cool. Let's see how our stenciled panel is doing. It's still a little bit wet, so I'm going to hit this with a heat gun so we can go ahead and finish getting everything assembled. So now that the panel is nice and dry, I'm going to go ahead and put it onto a card base. I'm using the PearBlossom Press A7 T-Square to add 1/8 of an inch border all the way around my card when I'm putting it on my card base. And I'm using one of my Glassboard Studio magnets and my Glassboard Studios mat to hold it in place so I don't have any kind of issues. I'm also popping it up on some foam because foam is life, and I love that little extra added bit of dimension. And that T-square makes it really easy to get it lined up pretty much perfect every time. So this is kind of how it's going to go on our card, okay? So we have our little mechanism here. I need one of the sticky spots from PearBlossom Press. I'm going to put one of the sticky spots on one of the pieces. So we're going to put it on a piece of the plastic. And that's how it's going to be stuck to our card. If I can get it to not stick to my fingers. There we go. So I'm going to place this down right about here. I don't want it to be hanging off of the card, so I'm going to put it kind of in the center. There we go. And now it'll swing back and forth after we put our little bear on there. So that's going to be cool. Now it might stick a little bit on the glitter. I think the glitter was worth it. And I'm going to put the other sticky spot right over the top again of this other piece of the mechanism because we don't want that to show. This is where our bow that we were working on is going to go. So now I can place my bow right over the top there. And now we have a swinging. Actually, I think my bow is a little low. I'm going to put it a little bit higher. Okay, I decided to reposition it just a bit, so I did take it off. The sticky spots, thankfully, it's basically a nice size flat glue dot, so it works really good for this. I was able to get that off, and now I'm just repositioning it a little higher. There we go. And then I'm going to put a little bit of foam behind a couple of pieces of my bow to keep it up away from the card and kind of keep it in place just to give it a little bit extra security there. And I'm going to just double up some of my thin foam. Okay, now we can add our little bear. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, first off to the bottom of his feet, bottom of his little legs, and to one side of his body so that he can be hanging on to the candy cane itself while he's sitting there. And then we're going to put that acrylic block back on there because he is glued to some glitter. Okay, so once that's dry, we'll be ready to just add a sentiment and our card's done. And there we go. So that is all done. I think it is super cute. And he just swings back and forth, back and forth. A super fun little card. I hope this inspired you to get started on some of your holiday crafting and add a little extra bit to your holiday cards. It just makes it so much more fun. Anyway, I think this is super cute. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel if you did enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.